Good morning, everybody. This is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and it is Friday, July 12th. So we all made it to Friday. Woohoo to us. So this morning I went to the well, and I will show you a clip, but I did get some peaches for myself and for our friend, and then I also got a great big bag of onions for our friend. They are white onions, and I think that he will really like those. I will certainly eat a white onion if I have, you know, no other options, but I don't generally prefer them. And I still have onions from, wow, a number of weeks ago I went to the well and got a great big bag, remember? And then you were with me. We cut those onions up, and it was a little on the brutal side. Now, I love this dress, but when I got up and went this morning, I was wearing other clothes, but I just made such a mess of myself that I changed back into this. Plus, my husband and I are going to run an errand or two, and this is just, it's cuter. Okay, let me tell you what I also got. I also picked up some bananas. Now, I don't even know why I did that, but I did. I picked up some bananas, and I don't think I videoed it, but I have some bananas for our friend, and then I have some bananas. So this morning, what I did is I went ahead and ran all those bananas through this bowl with a blender, and I'm going to package them up in 2 cups for my banana bread recipe, and I'm going to throw them in the freezer. But first I'm going to add a little bit of lemon. You know I love to do that. So not a lot, just a little. Just enough to help with keeping the color the way I want it. It won't matter in banana bread, but you know, you always like your food to look pretty no matter what. So before I do this banana bread or this banana puree, what I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, let me show you this. They had cases of cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe was in really, really bad shape. It had lots and lots and lots of mold and caved in spaces, and I don't think it was fit for human consumption. And so I thought about taking a case and feeding it to my chickens, and in the end I decided no. It's just, you know, it was just not okay for what I could use or need. They also had honeydew melon. Now it looked like this on the outside. All of them. So I stood there and looked at it for quite a while and couldn't decide if it was worth me trying to take it home and see what it looked like on the inside. And I decided to go ahead and do that. So I grabbed 6 of them. And they are perfect on the inside. Can you see that? So lovely. So I am going to put 2 containers in the refrigerator, and Addie and Grandma and I are going to eat these at every single meal. It is summertime. It's nice and warm. We will have no problems going through that. Whatever doesn't fit in 2 containers, I'm going to quickly run through my juicer, and we will add it to our juice. Hold on. These are the peaches that I picked up at the well this morning, and they are beautiful. I have 4 cases. I'm going to use 3, and I have 1 for our friend Ghanem. Now inside the case, you can look at them, and they are really in lovely shape, and all the cases look like this, but they are a little underripe. They're pretty firm, and so they're going to have to sit, and I'm going to have to keep an eye on them. Now, as soon as they're ripe, I have to take care of these, and I'm planning to do 3 things. I'm going to make some peach jams. I'm going to can sliced peaches, and then I'm going to make peach pie filling. So that is what I'm going to do with those. Right down here, you can see I have the case of peaches for our friend, and I also got him a big bag of white onions. That is not for us. This is what's left of my juice this morning. I just fixed a great big quart of juice for Addie. We were both out of the house at 7 a.m. this morning, so we're just sort of catching up. This is a predominantly carrot, a little bit of orange, and a little bit of pineapple. Let me taste it for you. That is so good. So you guys know that I am a big bone girl and have always been a big bone girl. I've never been, you know, Barbie thin ever. Even when I was young, in my late teens and through most of my 20s, I was a good solid, you know, 16, size 18 maybe. I was curvy and I looked really good, but that's the size that I've always been as an adult woman. Except as I got older, I got quite a bit larger, and then I came back down. So since I've been starting drinking juice in the mornings and eating the same as I do everything else during the day, I've lost 5 pounds. Yeah, I still have a lot to go because I did put on, I think, almost 10 pounds when I moved here. So 5 of that is off. Let's see if we can get those other 5 off, and then we'll worry about the rest later. Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this banana bread, and hopefully I am not going to make a terrifying mess. Let me grab a jar. All right, let me bring you down if I can. Let me see where I can find you. Maybe right there? Right there. Okay, so I'm just going to stick an empty bag inside my jar, fold the edges over, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of this banana mix. And I'm probably going to have to wipe bags and counters and the whole 9 yards, but at least we'll have it done. Okay, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take a paper towel and I'm going to just wipe those edges down because I don't want those sticky. I'm going to pull it out of the jar, get any sticky off the edge. I'm going to take the air out. Can you guys still see? Yep. And then I'm just going to lay these flat and freeze them. And I know that they will be in 2-cup quantities. So let me get this done, and then I'll show you how many I have, and we'll get those in the freezer, and then we'll see how much of this cantaloupe I need to juice. Then I'm going to go run errands with my husband. And when I get home, since I do not have to take care of the peaches, and this is really all the prep work I need to do today, I believe I'm going to go ahead and make the meatballs. And that'll be good. We'll eat meatballs this week. I say this week, who am I kidding? I only have 3, I wonderfully have 3 pounds of hamburger, and I know that the meatballs will go in 1 or 2 meals. Everybody in my family just loves them. I might have a better way of doing this. I don't know. Is this any better? Because I just don't want sloppy. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. All right, let me get this done and I will come back to you guys, okay? And if you guys are canners and you've done other exciting things with your peaches, let me know because I have a ton of peaches. And as I stand here and look at these 3 cases, I may go ahead and give Gollum the 2nd case. I don't know. I don't know if his wife cans or does any of those kinds of things, so I'm not worried about it. I intended to use 3. I will use 3, but I'm more than happy to give him the 2nd one if he and his family will eat that. All right, I'll be back. Okay, let's take a look down here. Here is all of my banana puree, and I have 7, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I have 7 bags of pureed bananas. So that's 14 cups of bananas. I think my recipe that I make for banana bread calls for 1 cup of banana, but I always double it so I have 2 cups in each bag. So I'm going to get that into a freezer, and then I'm going to set up my juicer, and let's juice that honeydew. Okay, bananas are taken care of, and now I'm going to juice some of this honeydew melon and see how we like it, and that will determine how much I'll keep in chunks and how much I juice. So you can see I have set up my juicer right here. Let me see if I can get that a little bit better for you guys. Maybe right there. How about right there? Okay, let's go ahead and see what we think. And I might need to cut this in a little bit smaller chunks. My husband did most of the heavy chopping for me, so we're not going to complain. Here we go. Might go in. My hands are washed and clean, you guys. Okay, now that's all it is to this. So let me juice and I'll come back to you. Okay, we've got the honeydew melon taken care of, and I only juiced 1 container. So here are my other 2 containers of honeydew melon, and we will put that in the refrigerator, and then we are going to eat that at every single meal for probably 4 days, and we're okay with that. Now, I juiced that other container, and this is what I got. I got 2 quarts of honeydew juice, and it is delicious. This one I'm going to stick in my freezer. It's got enough room to expand. Whoops, that's my refrigerator. Right here. And I'm just going to stick it right here in the drawer, and it should be perfectly fine. And the other juice I will stick in the refrigerator, and we will drink that for the next few days. I also put a generous squirt of lemon juice into each jar, just to help it stay fresh, not turn color, taste the same when we drink it, and it will be lovely. So now I'm going to run out. This will be the 4th bowl that is going to go out to my little heathen birds right here. They won't eat this part of the rind, but they'll eat this part all the way down. Okay, here is the melon pulp. They will lose their ever-loving minds over that. So good for them. I like everybody that lives in my house to be happy, everybody that lives on my property to be happy, and that's the way it goes. And I hope, listen, I've got my knife in my hand, and I want you guys to be happy. Oh, mixed messages, right? Not missed messages, mixed messages. I hope that you guys are happy and living your best lives, okay? All right, so that is how we're gonna roll. Now I'm gonna run to the dollar store. I wanna pick up some more of those containers for $1.25. I find them to be great planters. And I'm gonna try to get the last of the vegetables that are in my greenhouse outside. I did dig up yesterday 2 daisies and 1 crocosema. I think it's called Lucifina or Lucifer crocosema. Now, these were on the neighbor's property, but he did not want them, and so the daisy, they are not going to be pretty daisies this season. They were in his yard, weeds up to his hips. He just couldn't manage them. We could only dig up 2 because the other ones were in deep gravel. They were in bad shape. So I brought them home. My husband dug them up for me. He was the manpower. That leaves me to be the brains. I don't know if that's even true. But anyway, we dug them up and I brought them home and I cleaned their roots. I got all the weeds out from underneath each daisy stalk, crumbled the soil, got to the roots, planted them in pots. I think I only did 2 pots of clumps of daisies, and they were in a beautiful soil with some steer manure and looking really good. Now they're just gonna, my only goal for them is to live until next spring. They were about 3 feet tall, and I also cut them 12 inches. Yep. And I also did that with the crocosema. And with the crocosema, I think I planted 3 pots, but a lot of the crocosemas had little extra bulbies at the ends of their stalks. So I took those off and I planted those in individual containers. Now, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Gardening is like, you know, who knows? And I'm not the world's best gardener. I mean, I love it and I try hard, but that doesn't mean that everything is a success. And you know what? That's okay. The joy is in the journey, people. The joy is in the journey. So tonight, I will take you guys out and we'll look at my beautiful Florell Dahlia. People, she is stunning. I've got a couple of pumpkins on the vine out there, and everything's looking really good. So we're going to see what we can do. I did order some seeds, nothing fancy, a few more cosmos and a few more zinnias. I want to plant them for fall blooming. So I need to get those started this week. Anyway, we'll do all that later today. When I get home, if it's not too hot, I want to make those 7-layer bars with that, where is it? Here it is. With the sweetened condensed milk that we made yesterday, and remember I was saying it was pretty runny. It looks now to be about the right consistency. I'm going to grab a spoon and take, oh my God. Oh, holy hell. Can you say that on on YouTube? I don't know. Boy, that was rough. Okay, let's just taste it again. Yeah, it's a nice consistency for sweetened condensed milk. So I want to make those bars, show you what we're going to do with it. And then I want to make banana bread. And I was thinking, I have my grandmother's caramel recipe. Lord have mercy. That woman was the best cook ever. Charlene was an excellent cook too, also. Absolutely. But she cooked a little more on the healthy side. And my granny lived in the Midwest. She was a farmer's wife. They had a big farm. And she cooked like a farmer's wife. And it was delicious. So let me taste. Still the same glorious texture it was yesterday. I just used you guys as an excuse to dip into this again. Okay, so what I hope to do and what I really do are 2 different things, but I would love to make banana bread. I would love to make my husband's 7-layer bars, and I've got to make meatballs. If I do any of those things, I will bring you guys along. If I post this video and you don't see meatballs, the 7-layer bars, or the banana bread, it'll come. And if for some reason I don't get out in the garden tonight, which is highly unlikely, but if that happens and I post this video without my garden shots, we'll still get there. All right? You guys are the best. Have a perfect Friday. Be your best selves. Live your life with confidence and joy. And again, it was so lovely to see you. And thank you for watching.